Hey guys, it's me, your host Super Zorro. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got! This is the Nun from the Conjuring series. It's the Ultimate figure by NECA, and I have been dying to get my hands on this toy for quite a while. This has been sent to us thanks to the lovely people over at madabouthorror.co.uk. So thank you very much, Mad About Horror, for sending this across to us free of charge for us to review. Really do appreciate it. Link in the description if you want to check them out, guys. You can also check them out on YouTube. They've got some really cool videos online as well. Right, let's crack this thing open and take a closer look at the Nun. If you guys remember a little while ago on the channel, I did do, it was a few years ago now, when the Nun first came out, it was the retro cloth version, they call them. So I had that version originally, but I wanted the Ultimate one to go with the rest of my Conjuring Ultimate collection. So this is the Ultimate Nun Valak from the Conjuring 2 and the Nun series, and just Conjuring overall. I wonder if we'll see her again, or Valak, featured again in the last Conjuring movie later this year. But this one does come with a really cool portrait, and it's such a cool figure, loads of nice accessories. So let's crack her open and take a closer look. Okay, here we go. Let's break her open. Okay. I can't wait to use this figure, because I like to do those dioramas that I do on my channel on shorts, where I basically make up horror scenes with different horror characters. I cannot wait to be using the Nun and adding her to the series of videos that I produce. Oh, nice. So we've got a actual crucifix now, which is attached to a little bit of rope, so we can attach that around her neck. We've got an alternate head, which is nice. This is like the screaming face. Whoop. We've also got the, ooh, that's like the, I forgot what it's called, but it's from the Nun movie, isn't it? It's the egg. Oh, it's that like egg thing that, yeah, something that she like carries and stuff. It's like, what do you call it? In that one of the things that they swing, and it like steam comes out of it and stuff in church. I think. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. Oh, it's got like a crack in it and everything. That's awesome. I like that. And we've got two alternate hands. Like I say, we've got the alternate screening head as well. The figure itself. Oh, we got a display stand as well for her. Nice. NECA very rarely put those in. And then we've got the solid piece, which is for the portrait. When you turn it around, I like that. It's actually got the like backing easel, like the wood frame and stuff, so it looks like a canvas piece. That's very cool. That shows that they put thought into it, and it's not just a printed piece of card. They actually put thought into that to make the back of it. Let me just put this away. Now, guys, if you remember, I don't collect packaging. I don't keep my boxes. So, now I've put this back together. We don't need it anymore. I'll be keeping this figure out of box. So, we give the box a good old yeet. See ya. Wow, that is a super thin rope that's attached to that crucifix. Wow. Okay, then like I say, we've got the alternate head, we've got the alternate hands. I'm not sure if are we going to need the display stand, or will she stand on her own? We'll find out. So this is basically a miniaturized, smaller 6-inch scale version of the larger one that they produced. It feels and looks almost identical, to be honest. If it's like the other one, though, she will be a ball ache to stand. Is that seized? Yeah, I need to have a play around with the joints, because I think that should bend out further. Yeah, I'm going to use the display stand for the video, but basically there's the head sculpt up front, which is very nice. This headpiece will always fall off, which is a giant pain in the backside. There is a wire in it though, so you can sort of sculpt it around her and try and get it a bit tighter to the body. Like you can see, there's a little bit of a thing there, so I need to get that rounded a little bit more, which I'll have a play with later and try and get that a bit more flat. But very nice. I'm just going to pop it off for now. The head's on a ball joint, so you can make it look up and down, left and right. There's a lot of movement there as well. Let me just move the camera up a little bit more. That's going to be better. There we go. So we can move the head around. Plenty of movement there. That head will pop off. This is also an extra cloth piece, so that will come off as well. The whole thing is cloth, which is nice. I was expecting it to be like vinyl-y plastic, but they've done a good job at keeping this all cloth, which it needs to be for the Nun, really. Now, I always, when it comes to cloth clothing, I'll always pull back the cloth so I can see the actual, yeah, there is actually a body underneath though. There's actually something underneath. Sometimes it's just a solid grey body, but this one's actually got some sculpting underneath there. We can see where the joints are as well, so we're not pulling too much on all of the joints, because these figures, the NECA ones, can be sometimes a little bit fragile, so just be careful. Remember, these aren't toys to be played with, really. These are more posable statues, if you will. But yeah, very, very cool. Does her arm lift out to the side? Yes, it does. Her arm does lift out to the side, so you can pose her up in some cool poses. And we can rotate the arms round as well. A little bit harder with all the different cloth pieces, but if you take your time and slowly warm up all the joints, it will over time loosen. But it does feel nice and firm, so it doesn't feel like it's going to get too loose, you know what I mean? And the hands as well also are on little hinge joints there, so you can move her arms around and stuff like that. These hands pop out and you can put the other ones in. Legs do lift forward. There is the knee hinge there, which I'm having a bit of trouble with right now, so I don't want to pull on this too much. But there is a knee hinge there, as you can see, and that should bend, but it does look like that's going to pop straight out. So I'm not going to bother with that right now. We're going to warm that up slowly over time. You can use steam from the kettle, helps sometimes, loosens up the joints. And then her feet also have, yeah, very stiff. Like I say, I'm not going to stress that too much right now, because we don't want to snap anything. We're going to put the little display stand in, which will help her stand anyway. I'm tempted to use a flight stand for the nun, if I'm honest. Because most of the time when we saw the nun, she flew, like she flew from the nun movies. Is that even fitting? There we go. It doesn't really help that much, to be honest. That's really poor. Let me try on the other foot. Yeah, the stand isn't really giving us much extra base to use to play with here, and that does not want to go in. Wow. So we've got a base plate, but it does literally nothing. I might try and use one of the Funko ones and see if that helps. Because all that does is lift her up, and then she's wonky at one side. There we go. That's helping a little bit. The cloth piece on the bottom does actually hide the small stand as well pretty well. So if you get that right to where she's going to stand perfectly. So it's popped off again. If you can get that just right, like you say, the cloth pieces will just hide it. So it does work. Now, her hands at the moment, we've just got these regular hands on, but we can change those over to these more crooked hands, which are pretty cool. But I'm going to leave these ones on because the current hands that I've got on are more like grab hands. And what I want to do when I display her is do the scene from The Conjuring 2, and I want her to carry the portrait, because that scene always makes me jump. It makes me jump every single time. So I'm hoping we can kind of get her to hold that. I'd like to see if I can get that. I don't know how it's going to balance though, but I know I've seen pictures of people doing this. I'm not sure if we maybe need to attach it to us somehow. But I'll have to have a play around with that, see if I can get that to work, because it's going to slide out every time, isn't it? Oh, that's better. Ah, you have to put the hands, you have to actually wrap them around the actual portrait and then try and line it up. There we go. So you can do the scene where she runs. That's very cool. Put the hood back on as well. There we go. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Overall, solid figure. I am going to change it for the screaming face though, I think. I think the screaming face is better. So let's see how easy it is to pop the head. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. Does take a little bit of effort. Like I say, you can now see that this is all Velcro and stuff, and you can pop that off pretty easily if you wanted to. Ooh, come on. Ooh, there we go. Thing is, once you've messed with the original, there we go, head sculpt, you've got to then realign everything, make sure it all hides again. There we go. Then we're going to put the little crucifix on as well, don't we? We need to do that still. Let's put the little crucifix on. Pop that over her head. Yeah. Okay. And then the cowl. Yeah. Overall, this is a solid figure release from NECA. I like this a lot. Having a bit of trouble standing her at the moment, but we'll get there. She'll loosen up and we'll get her there. I'm going to try a Funko stand. I think that might be a bit better. But yeah, solid toy overall. And there was no way that I could do a Conjuring video without reuniting her with Annabelle. Oops, I've knocked her over already. Oh no. But there we go, guys. We got all three of the main Conjuring bad guys there. The Crooked Man, which technically is also Valak. Valak the Nun, and Annabelle. Very cool. I'm excited for Conjuring Last Rites, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you excited for the new movie? Do you think you'll be getting any Conjuring products this year? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you check out madabouthorror.co.uk. Thank you once again for sending this through, Mad About Horror. And guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Super Sorrel. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, stay super. Bye!